You toured the Texas-Mexico border with Texas Governor Greg Abbott this week, served Thanksgiving meals there to troops. That's a nice thing to do. You said the federal government would take up Texas's offer of land for the mass deportation operation. What's that plan going to look like? How many people, how long would they be held for?
Look, I'm still working on the plan, but the acres they gave us, we'll use it for, incoming processing and departure location. So I haven't got the plan fully baked yet, but that offer is great. It's going to save the taxpayers a lot of money from acquiring land separate from this. So we'll use that for distribution. We'll use that for logistics. So the plan's still being worked, but I appreciate Governor Abbott's willingness to help us out with that land because, again, it saves the taxpayers a lot of money by doing that.
Yeah, you've talked tough on illegal immigration. You've got the resume to back it up. Will the deportations be at the scale that Trump has expressed, what he promised along the campaign trail, and will military members be used to carry him out?
Well, look, there's a lot of pushback I hear from mass deportation. People saying, well, that's radical, it's racist, it's un-American. It's just ridiculous. At the end of historic illegal immigration, where millions of people enter this country illegally. And based on immigration court data over the last 10 years, nearly 9 out of 10 of these people will end up with an order removal because they simply don't qualify for asylum. What they did is commit asylum fraud. So when you have millions of people coming across the border, 9 out of 10 will get an order of removal from an immigration judge. Of course, there has to be an historic deportation operation because we have no other option. If the court order doesn't mean anything, if the judge order doesn't mean anything, then what are we doing? You might as well just shut down immigration court. You might as well just forget about due process. You might as well just take the Border Czar off the border because there's no consequences. If you want to claim asylum, if you want to see a judge, we'll make that possible. But at the end of that, if you order removed, that's what has to happen. Because if it doesn't happen, we're sending a message to the entire world. You can cross the border illegally, which is a crime. You can be released from the United States, either go to court or not show up in court and get an order removal, and we're not going to remove you. The whole world is going to come to this country.
Right. Well, you say you're not just going to turn off the faucet, turn off the fire hose, but carry out these deportations for the criminals first. But if you're an illegal immigrant here, that's breaking the law to begin with. So does that put everybody in the same category, or could it?
I wouldn't say same category. The president's been very clear, so have I, that right out of the gate, we're going to concentrate on public safety threats and national security threats. And we got plenty of them, because if you look at the stats, you compare the Trump administration to the Biden administration, the removal of criminal aliens has decreased 74%. And we know a lot of criminals have come across this border in the last 4 years. So we got a big block of criminal aliens we got to locate and remove from the country. And that's why I've been pushing back on the sanctuary cities and these mayors and governors who are speaking out against it. I cannot believe as an elected mayor or elected governor, you do not want public safety threats out of your community. Well, if you don't, just get out of the way, because ICE will do it for you. But I would think it would be a nonpartisan issue to remove public safety threats out of your community. But getting back to your point, if you're in the country illegally, you're not off the table. It's not okay to be in this country illegally. You enter the country illegally, which is a crime. You've been ordered removed by a judge. You got a problem.
When you say get out of the way, ICE will take care of it for you. So we've got the Denver mayor, Mike Johnson, saying they're prepared for the worst. Would it come to you guys getting them out of the way? When you say that, what does that mean exactly?
Well, I've been very clear. If they don't want to help, fine, don't help. I find it incredible you don't want to help remove public safety threats. But if you don't want to help, I've given warning. Do not impede us. Do not knowingly harbor and conceal an illegal alien from ICE authorities, because that is a crime. And we'll prosecute those crimes. When I was an agent many years ago, I prosecuted U.S. citizens for harboring illegal alien in their home, harboring an illegal alien in their place of employment. I got no problem, prosecuting others who want to knowingly harbor and conceal an illegal alien. And I'm hoping they don't do that. I'm hoping a lot of this is just rhetoric. Again, when it comes right down to, they don't want ICE in their neighborhoods, but understand this, what their actions are going to result in exactly that. If they would let me in their jails, the sanctuary city jails, we're not even given access. Let me in your jail so I can arrest the bad guy, the guy you already locked in a jail cell. That means less officers in your neighborhood. Because if you don't let me in your jail and you release this guy, the bad guy, we're going to go into the neighborhood and find him with a whole team of people, and we're probably going to find others that weren't even on our radar, and they're going to go too. So more agents in the jail means less agents in your neighborhood. So fighting against ICE, not letting you in jail, is going to give you the exact same results you don't want. So I would think they sit at the table and work with us on this.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.